MLK is in the house. Welcome, A.P. Giannini, Martin Luther King, and Horace Mann. We are here to honor you today. Did you guys have a good lunch outside? Yeah, great. I want to welcome all of you to City Hall. How many of you have been to City Hall before? Excellent. It's a beautiful building, isn't it? Yeah. Well, today is about you. We're going to be honoring you. So today, Mayor Gavin Newsom, the president of San Francisco State University, Dr. Robert Corrigan, and our superintendent of schools, Carlos Garcia, are committed to sending each and every one of you to San Francisco State University for a 4-year college degree. How about that? We are really excited to have you out here. I want to introduce you to somebody who's helping us to run this program and to make sure that you're getting all the things that you need. I want to introduce Maureen Carew, our director of the San Francisco Promise. Maureen?
Thank you, Hydra, and welcome. Woo! I'm very excited that you're all here today, and like Hydra said, I am going to help you make sure that you have what you need to get to college. But in the end, it's not up to me, it's up to you all, right? So this is the start of a conversation that we're going to have between now and 2015, because you are the class of 2015. Not only are you going to graduate in 2015, but you're going to enter San Francisco State in 2015. This is a partnership with Mayor Gavin Newsom and the City and County of San Francisco, President Corrigan and San Francisco State University, and Carlos Garcia and the San Francisco Unified School District. And we are, all of these people around here, the adults that are surrounding you in this room, are going to help you on your quest for college. I want you to look around and identify one adult, whether it's your principal, your teacher, your parent or guardian, your aunt, your uncle, your grandmother, somebody that is going to be your go-to person. When you have a question about what you need to do next to go to college, you're going to have someone that's on your side, and we know that you can do this. So you need to take responsibility yourself to make sure that you have what you need, and we are all here to make sure that that happens. So you're not alone on this path to college. Where are you going to go in 2015? San Francisco State. College, absolutely. Thank you very much.
Hey. That's okay. We also have a fabulous coordinator at San Francisco State, Martin Muchas de la Flores. Where's Martin? Give him a hand. Woo! He's been running around with you guys all day. And I also want to give a really big round of applause to our parents who are sitting on the sides here. So thank you, parents, for joining us today. This is really, really important for you, too. I can't tell you how proud I am to work for somebody who values education the way that he does. Will you all please give a big round of applause to our mayor, San Francisco Mayor Gavin Newsom.
Hey, guys. Hello, hello. So, do any of you know why you are here? None of you know why you're here. Someone just told you to come down to City Hall, have a little lunch outside, and put on a T-shirt that said San Francisco State. But you seem to know why we're here. Why don't you tell everybody why we're here?
We're here so we can go to college.
That's right.
That's very good. So I know every day you wake up and you're going, boy, I can't wait to get to college, right? You don't think like that every day? What do you wake up every day thinking?
No.
How you can get through the school day?
Yeah.
So you kind of, you see the school year, and then you don't necessarily always see beyond just the school year. You kind of get excited for summer vacation, right? You look forward to that, look forward to the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Could sleep in a little bit on Saturday morning. So you're not spending all your time focused on college. So that's why you are all here, because we want you to start thinking a little bit differently. We want you to think a little bit more long term about your future and your life. And the whole idea is to stretch your minds in a different way, so that you don't just look about getting through the day, the week, the month, through the school year, and then graduating high school, but that you can now start believing and thinking differently about extending your education through college. And we think that's important. Does anyone know why college is important, though? I'm going to run over. We've got at least one person who knows why college is important. We're counting on you.
It's important because you get to go where you want to be in life.
That's good. You get to go where you want to be. You get to dream dreams and make them real. Anyone else know why college is important? What do you think? Why is college so important? Whatever's on your mind.
Because. Wait.
All right, I'm gonna ask you right after I ask him.
I think college is important because you can get a better job.
Get a better job. That's good. That's right. So your dreams, get a better job.
And when you're trying to get a job, they mostly look at your college degrees.
Yeah. So if you try to get a job, what do employers want? They want to know, well, where'd you go to college? So it's incredibly important. So that's why we are here to launch with all of you the official, as Maureen said, class that will initiate San Francisco's promise, a promise of a 4-year college education for every deserving young person. We want to launch the class of 2015. So you guys are initiating this first of its kind program in the state of California, and arguably the first of its kind program in the entire United States. We would not be here, however, if it weren't for some extraordinarily talented people that care deeply about your future and your lives and your family's future and their lives and our community. Led, most importantly, by the person who really inspired this idea in this dialogue and discussion, and that is Roberta Achtenberg. Roberta, where are you? You are somewhere here. A big round of applause for Roberta Achtenberg, who really initiated this program. She said we can do more and do better by working together, by building a public-public-public partnership. We talk about public-private partnerships. We don't talk enough about public-public partnership. In this case, a partnership between California State University system, between the San Francisco Unified School District, and between the City and County of San Francisco. An unprecedented partnership between 3 distinctive independent agencies that said, we're no longer interested in doing what we've done. We've got to do more and do better. I just want to close by thanking 2 of our principal partners in this endeavor. One is familiar to all of you, or should be, that are here from APG&E, from MLK, and from Horace Mann. And those from Horace Mann in particular should know who this person is, and that is our superintendent of schools, Carlos Garcia, who used to be over at Horace Mann. Carlos, we thank you for your leadership and guidance. And the president of San Francisco State, the person that was right there with Roberta Achtenberg and said, we're going to do this first in San Francisco, this partnership with the state system. We're going to have San Francisco State lead the way, and that's Bob Corrigan, who's here, you'll hear from in a moment. These are our partners. Just briefly, 3,500 sixth graders will be impacted by San Francisco Promise. 3,500 lives will be changed. Some will have the capacity to do more than they ever thought imagined. We're going to focus on these 3 schools to start, and we're going to focus on kids that are in the system that are not necessarily thinking about college, that may be the first member of their family ever to think about college, or that may not be getting the tools and the services that they deserve. We're coordinating all of our college preparatory classwork and outside the class training under this one new umbrella called San Francisco Promise. And we're guaranteed a 4-year college track and financial aid for those that are that avail themselves to it. Again, this is something that cities just simply don't do. And so I could be more proud as a mayor of a city that is proud to hold San Francisco State in such high self-esteem, and to also extend my appreciation to the school district and the extraordinary work they're doing. Thank you all to the parents. Thank you to the principals. Thank you to the community leaders. Thank you all very much for taking the time to be here.
Thank you, Mayor Newsom. I want to acknowledge some of our legislators who came down and to represent. It was really wonderful. Mark Nogales, who's with Congresswoman Jackie Spears' office, is here to congratulate you as well. I have Kalina Olson and Noriko Shinzato from our new Assembly member, Tom Amiano's office here. Where are you, ladies? Thank you both for joining us. And we couldn't do so much of this partnership without the folks that are part of the umbrella of SF Promise. And I see Steve Falk here from the Chamber of Commerce. I want to thank Steve for coming out. There's so many of our partners. How many of you are out there that are our partners that are working with San Francisco State and San Francisco Unified to help pull this off? Let's see you. One. Great. Thank you. Give them a big round of applause. I also want to acknowledge one of our great leaders in education here on the Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Bevan Dufty. And if we didn't have leaders at San Francisco Unified School District in our Board of Trustees, our you're now all Board of Supervisors, Board of Trustees, and our trustees at City College, then we wouldn't be able to make this all happen for you either. I want to say hello to my colleagues, our president of the board, Kim Shree Moffis, and 2 of our newest board members, Sandra Lee Fewer and Rachel Norton. Thank you all for coming out. And in addition to building a partnership with San Francisco State, we are really wanting to work more closely with San Francisco City College. And I want to really thank Chris Jackson for all of his efforts in making this happen. He's a new trustee for City College. Thank you, Chris. San Francisco State has been an incredible partner for us. And I see Lee Blitch back there, who used to be with the Chamber and who was really instrumental in making this happen for us as well. But you can't build a partnership unless you have the leader of that university saying, yes, we want to do this with all of you. I am so honored to bring up to the podium our president at San Francisco State University, Robert Corrigan.
I want to turn it back just for a moment, because you have just heard from an extraordinary mayor. In city after city around this country, in state after state, as people look at the enormity of the budget problems that we are facing, mayors and governors and legislators are running from their obligation to the schools. This mayor is not. This mayor is saying that you are important, that you are a vital resource for this community, and that we need to support it. And I wanted you to once again join in appreciation for Mayor Gavin Newsom. Secondly, what's in it for the rest of us? You are the future workforce. You are the future professionals. You are the people who are going to make the economy work. You may not think that now because you're in the 6th grade, but when you graduate from high school and when you get out of college, the rest of us are going to be looking to you for leadership, and you must have the right education now. And that's what the San Francisco Promise is all about. You take the college preparatory courses, you do your homework, you keep your noses clean. You graduate from high school, and we are guaranteeing that if you graduate in the top third of your high school class, meet the obligations that we have set for you, not only will you be admitted to San Francisco State, but if you have financial need, that financial need will be met. It will not cost the parents of low-income students money to do this. In other words, there is not an excuse out there as to why you should not succeed. We can open up the doors for you so that you will get the education that is necessary. Now, Ms. Mendoza already identified some of the folks out there who are responsible for it, and I want to remind you again of what the partnership really is all about. It is the school system, it is the mayor's office, it's the university, but it is also the business community. And representatives of the business community are going to see to it that over the years the money is found so that when you get ready to go to college, funding for that college education will not be a problem for you at all. So I want to now turn the microphone back to Hydra Mendoza, but before I do, I want to say that if I don't see each and every one of you making a visit to San Francisco State over the next several years, graduating from high school, coming to our campus or any other campus in the California State University or the University of California, if you do not do that, then I'm going to come after you because we need you. All right? Thank you.
You don't want President Corrigan coming after you, trust me. I want to also acknowledge one of our wonderful new supervisors who has come from the school district and understands the importance of education. Supervisor Eric Moore, thanks for coming down. Appreciate it. So the folks that are going to make this happen come from San Francisco Unified School District, our leaders in San Francisco Unified School District. We have a bank of staff here that are making sure that you get the programs that you want. Could I get you guys to raise your hands? Jeannie, all of your crew, thank you guys. This is the office that makes this all happen. Make sure that you're getting the services at your school that will get you to college. And the leader of the helm of San Francisco Unified School District is someone who was a principal at Horace Mann. He's been a teacher. He's been in education for over 30 years. And I want to welcome our superintendent of San Francisco Unified School District, Carlos Garcia.
I think all of us really, and I know the mayor forgot to mention this. He's always good on his toes, but we all really want to thank Hydra Mendoza for doing such a great job with this. Thank you. You know, I can't thank the mayor enough. To have a mayor in a city that says, you know, we're going to put children first, that sounds, you know, a lot of people talk about that, but they don't walk the talk. So I want to thank the mayor for walking the talk. Thank you very much. That's great. Also, someone who's not here, but we really need to thank because he's someone who helps us a lot, and that's new Assemblyman Tom Amiano, who had the wisdom enough to put the rainy day fund so that we can have the greatest programs and keep all our teachers to educate all of you. So how about a hand for Tom Amiano? Last but not least, I really want to, you know, a couple of weeks ago, all of us got a chance to view history in its making when Obama took the oath of office. Wasn't that great? I think that Obama says something to each and every one of you students here, and that is, there are no longer any excuses of why you cannot be successful. If a man like Obama can become President of the United States, think of what all of you can become. If you think, I know when you sit there in 6th grade, you don't think it's possible. Trust me, I was in 6th grade, and I didn't think it was possible. I was a poor barrio kid who grew up only speaking Spanish, had to go learn English. And I had a teacher, one teacher in 7th grade, Rita Steele, who somehow lifted me up and said, you know what, you can become something. And she had more faith in me than I had in myself. And who would have ever thought that a poor barrio kid from LA could ever become superintendent of the San Francisco Unified School District? You know, that's what this is about. We want to project everybody here and the entire city and all the 800,000 people that live here in San Francisco are saying to each and every one of you, you know what? We believe in you and that you can and you will be successful. We are going to believe so much in you that we're not going to let you down. We are going to be pushing you. We are going to be asking when you go to high school to take the A through G classes, the tougher classes, so that you can graduate and be the architect of your own future, so that you can make the decisions of where you want to be. If you want to be a mechanic, if you want to go to college, but you have to be empowered to make the decision. Look around you. I want to ask you a favor. None of us get through college or even into college alone. We have people that help us. Be a help to the person who's at your school who may not be having it easy. Help them go up. Give them some hope that they could get to college. All of you, you have to view yourselves as a team that's helping each other to get to college. Because if you don't get to college, if you don't have the opportunity to get there, then you've cheated yourself. We are extending through the San Francisco Promise a promise that's never been made. Each and every one of you and the students at your school that are 6th graders, each one of you is being handed a guarantee for the future. If I were you, I'd grab that guarantee because most of us never had that opportunity when we were your age. Here's a chance, so don't let it go by. Don't come up with excuses of why it can't be done. As Obama's campaign always talked about, it said, yes, we can. He kind of took that a little bit from Cesar Chavez, who said, si se puede, which means the same thing. I think that all of you need to leave here with the attitude of, yes, we can, and we will, and you will be the class of 2015 and entering a school with being able to go there and be successful, and all of you leading the future, because you are our future. You're the most important thing in this planet. The children of this world are the most important thing because they are our future. Don't give up on yourself, and above all, don't give up on others. You got to help each other. We want to see you there when you graduate. Have a great day.
Great, thank you very much. I want to acknowledge another wonderful supporter of our public schools, District 10 Supervisor Sophie Maxwell. Thank you for coming down, Sophie. You have a lot of strong leaders behind you. This has been a really great time for many of you who are starting to think about college and for your parents. We want to bring up two parents and two students. I want to introduce from Horace Mann, Darius Thomas, who is a 6th grader. And Darius, are you going to come up and say a few words about what this means to you?
Hi, my name is Darius Thomas. I'm looking forward to go to college. Nothing.
And elected?
No, I don't know.
You're not sure yet. That's okay. You don't got to know. See, I'm asking him what he wants to be when he grows up, and he said, an elected. I said, oh, wait a minute. Did you say elected? And he says, no, not an elected. He's not sure, but this is what the promise is all about. It's going to help to guide our kids to make sure that they know what it is that they want to do, and we're going to make sure you get there, Darius. So thank you so much, young man. And I also want to bring up Amy Banks from Horace Mann Middle School, a parent at Horace Mann. Amy, come on up.
Hola, voy a hablar en español y en inglés. No sé cuánta gente aquí solo habla español. ¿Pueden levantar la mano? ¿De quienes entienden español? Who understands Spanish here? Okay. I'm going to talk in English and in Spanish. Because even though it may not look like it, me and my family are recent back in San Francisco. And so my kids are just learning English. And I think that there are probably a lot of families where that is the case. I'll talk first in Spanish. Quiero decir de que aunque no parezca, yo y mi familia somos recientes en San Francisco. Y mis hijos están aprendiendo inglés apenas. Y tratar de entender cómo funciona todo el sistema de los colegios y la universidad y todo eso es muy difícil. Sabemos de que estamos en situaciones difíciles ahora con la situación económica, la gente que está perdiendo trabajo, que tiene miedo de la migra, etcétera. Y entonces es difícil pensar en la universidad, pero como el señor Garcia mencionó la promesa de Obama y ahora la promesa de San Francisco, creo que nos da otra oportunidad. Quiero decir algo a las y los estudiantes. Y lo voy a hacer rápido porque mucha gente no está entendiendo lo que estoy diciendo. Una cosa de que tal vez no saben de la universidad es de que además de que te puede ayudar con el trabajo y todo eso, es el tiempo más divertido que van a tener en todo su tiempo de escuela. Y yo tuve la oportunidad de ir a la universidad y era lo más divertido de todo. Entonces, además de que sea importante, es divertido. I'll say it in English now. I didn't realize that there was not translation for everybody else. I just wanted to say that since we are recent coming in and trying to understand the school system and the universities, and there's so much trouble with losing jobs and being afraid of getting deported and all the getting health care, it's really hard to think about university. But with Obama's promise and now the San Francisco promise, I think that we have a chance and we can start seeing some hope in the middle of all of the troubles that we might be having. And I just wanted to tell all the students, I was lucky enough to go to college. And in addition to it opening up all the opportunities, and like the young woman said, you get to be who you want to be and you get to do what you want to do. One of the things that was great about college for me, it was the most fun I ever had. So it's not just about getting a good job, it's also about having fun. I highly recommend thinking about going to college and getting there. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much, Amy. We're going to call up one more student. I want to bring up Joseph Malapay.
Hello, class of 2015. This is with great honor to accept this and grasp it into your hands. This is a way for you, the students of 2015, to get an education, to get a nice job, to get a great everything. You can have what you want as long as you know what you want, and have faith in everybody in here that are trying to help us. Believe in them because they believe in us. Thank you very much.
Joseph! Woo! That is awesome. Awesome. That's the attitude you want, everybody. That's what we're all here for. We want to make sure that we're all feeling it like Joseph's feeling it. Thank you, Joseph. So at this time, we are going to give to you our commitment by providing you with a certificate of guarantee from San Francisco State. Now, we are really going to need your cooperation to do this because we've got 250 of you in this room. So I'm going to ask Mayor Gavin Newsom to come right over here and join us with Martin Luther King Middle School. And you're going to be assisted by Gloria Menejaras, and she's going to help you give out certificates right here in front, sir. I'm going to ask President Corrigan to come right here in front of APG and INI, and you're going to be assisted by our wonderful principal, Leslie Truk, and Superintendent Garcia. I'm going to ask you to stand right there at the end, and you're going to be assisted by another wonderful principal, Paul Jacobson. Now, we're going to move this quickly, you guys, and we're going to do this so that you will get your certificate. But, can you hear me? But, you have to be able to hear your name. Okay? These certificates are for you specifically. We have your name on these certificates. And what we're going to do is announce a student from Martin Luther King, and then we're going to announce a student from from APG Anini, and then a student from Horace Mann. I'm sorry, you guys are Horace Mann? We're Horace Mann. Okay, so you guys flipped. Okay, thank you. Horace Mann, and then, okay, so you guys got it? And then after that last call, we're going to go back over here, do another student, another student. Go back over here. So you got to pay attention because we're going to move this fast and you got to get your certificate because we want to make sure you know we're committed to getting you all to San Francisco State. So we're going to have the principals and the assistant principal make sure that they say your name loud and clear. Come up and shake the hand of our leaders. And then we need you guys to sit back down because we have a present for you when you leave. Okay? We have a present for you when you leave. So here we go.
Isis Alvarez.
Ramani Aguilar.
Sarah Agudelo. Come right.
Jose Alas. Jose.
No, you have to go wait. Go ahead.
Edgar Ambris.
Lily
Valedo. Aaron Andes.
Alejandra Alfaro.
Celia Cachola Ortiz. Not here. Lenice Beal.
Ismail Amaya.
Frank Chen. Teralyn Bensi.
Fatima Aravalo.
Nicholas Chan. Tamia Booker.
Benjamin Bank.
Jaho Chen. Devontae Broad.
Paris Becerra.
Foreman Chen. Ignacio Briones.
Jordan Blaquera.
Darren Chen. Kyrie Bryan.
Cindy Calderon.
Treasure Butler. Zoran Cholo. Jonathan Carbonet.
Ariana Campos.
Elizabeth Campos.
Amaranta Canizal.
Rashwana Carr.
Marilyn Cardoso.
Dominic Ike. Melissa Chan.
Charisse Clay.
Christine Feng. Justin Chow.
Jose Cocom.
Joshua Fong. Teresa Chen.
Marshall Darden Smith.
Janelle Frias. Jeffrey Chen.
Zuni Fajardo.
Garnett Gomez. Justin Chung.
Cecilia Ferrusquia.
Marilyn Gonzalez. Freeman Chu.
Myra Fuentes.
Sean Griffin. Ni Chung.
Gabriela Gonzalez.
QQ Ju. Kiasi Collier.
Jaime Vladimir Gonzalez.
Marcel Gutierrez. Mariel Consejo.
Michelle Gonzalez.
Lily He. Billy Courtney.
Fernando Gutierrez.
Adriana Hernandez. Jared Kubakub.
Alicia Hernandez.